Hi, I'm your host, Lucy, and this is
Maria.
and welcome to Lingering's Ghost second half of the episode on Jerome Henry Brudos. So, disclaimer, this case will contain necrophilia, kidnapping, rape, murder, mutilation of body parts, and child abuse. And if you can't handle these topics, please go ahead and go take care of yourself. And so this is part 2. So last time where we cut off where he is still in high school at a mental health facility. So they let him go to high school after like committing these crimes towards women, um, where he would like take these women into like his house, and he would essentially take photos of them provocatively and naked and make them strip, and he would sexually assault them, and then he would, just like let them go. But like he tricked them into like not telling the police, even though later on they did. Um, yeah. Well, only one of them did actually. Only one of them came up about it, I think. I don't remember. Oh no, I do. And so actually, how he got caught was because he was trying to assault a girl on the side of the road.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and be like, "Oh, she just fell out of the car." Bah! What you mean she fell out the car? She's getting assaulted mid hit. He's like, oh shit, she just fell out the car. She just fell out the car. And so yeah, we're gonna continue back. We're gonna continue from that point on. Like after this is gonna be after his high school life, and so I just want to let you guys know we do have a Google form. I'm gonna link this down in the description. I completely forgot about that. We have a Google form, so this is gonna help like improve the true crime podcast radio in general, because like now we have new fresh ideas for them, and we're accommodating more for you guys, and we're doing this for you guys and for fun.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
We're silly.
if you have a request, make sure you put that in there.
Oh yeah,
so
put
we can
that
talk
in.
about what you want to hear.
And so yeah, we just want to make sure everyone knows that we do have a weekly episode. It's going to be starting at 12:30 on Wednesdays from now on, 12:30, to accommodate for like some special guests I have that can't make it. So I just want to let you guys know it's 12:30 for sure. And we do we have the episodes on YouTube if you guys can never make it to the live radio. It's on Enlace Media Lab. I have it on my Instagram as well, or you can follow their Instagram, the radio Instagram. That I hope that's how you found out about it, low key. So yeah, so we go live whenever it's our time to shine. Dude, I am so bad at talking.
Our time of the week.
Our time of the week.
Our schedule
Schedule
time.
time. So, after high school, right? When he was 20 years old, this was like March 1959, he joined the army to train as a communications technician. I don't really know what they do. I just know. Well, some people said he was an electrical technician. He was just a technician of something. I just don't know what.
Like the wow, he worked the technical part. Okay, great.
Yes, bro. And so he was really well off on this profession, but it's just like he wasn't really remarkable. Again, like his high school years, he wasn't really special. I guess. You make me feel special. No, that was never him, bro. R.I.P. And so
he didn't peak.
he didn't peak. Oh my god, dude! Don't get me started on people that only peaked in high school. Anyway, so he gained a reputation for being a weirdo, right? A freak. Freakatron. And so I don't know how like he made this outlandish claim. So he would claim to his like other like bunkmates, I guess, because I don't know how like the military really works, but I'm pretty sure you have to sleep with other people in a certain in a like this big ass tent, right? And so basically, he would claim to be in a casual sexual relationship with a beautiful Korean girl, and he stated that she would sneak into his bed every evening, and she'll be like, come on, let's do it. Let's go to Pound Town.
No.
And he's like,
way.
Korean girl, get away from me. I
Come
can't.
on. Not now, Pookie.
But Pookie, not now, kitty whiskers. That is how it is. But he would always tell his bunkmates, and they're like, "There's no Korean woman here."
Hello.
Hashtag delusional. Hashtag delusional.
Hashtag delusional.
And so, did you get those from the fair?
Yeah, dude. These are for my friends.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I got this one and these ones.
And so basically what he would do was he just continuously like, oh, this lady wants me so bad.
I swear she wants me, guys.
She wants me. She wants a piece of me. Huh. What can I say? That's how he was. He was serious about it. It's like his bunkmates were like, nice joke. Ah, ha, 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 ha. I'm laughing. And he's like, she wants me bad. What are you talking about? And so basically he was discharged from the army because they're like, hey. Yeah, he was.
From the army.
Yeah, after that he was discharged from the army, and they're like, oh, you're just a little too silly to be serving. You're just too silly to serve the army. So that's actually a thing. So if there's like certain requirements you have to be to like there's ways you cannot be drafted. Like if I think if your vision is like a certain like degree of like bad vision or something like that. I know.
Or you can't be on certain medication.
Yeah, and stuff like that. And I guess like if you're like a little too silly, they just can't have you. So for example, oh, excuse me. My Caesar salad got me good. Dude, I eat right before like the podcast all the time. I've released the most foul freaking burps ever, bro. Like I look away. This one I couldn't even look away, bro. Hashtag cooks. Hashtag it's over for me.
Hashtag the public hears this.
Guys, please, bro. Please. Anyways, so he was discharged October 1959. This mom was even there for a year.
Yeah, you couldn't stay, dude. They discharged you before a year in the army.
Yes.
Not even the army wants him.
This is actually sad. Yo, he joined the army March 1959. He got discharged October 1959. That's mad embarrassing.
Wait, from when?
October to March. Not even a year.
Oh, wait, that's here. So that's 7?
7 months?
Yeah, like.
Dude. What the hell?
Damn, bro.
It's mad embarrassing. That's mad embarrassing. I know I wouldn't last in the army that long. Me, bro. If I was in the army and I had to shoot something, you have to play Katy Perry or 2000s music. That's the only way I could get a headshot. Period.
The only way to lock in is if Katy Perry is blasting.
yes, I am
Lady
serious.
Gaga.
Oh, Lady Gaga too. Oh yeah, baby, you're a firework. Yes, hit them headshots, queen. Yes, bro, that's what I expect. Anyways, so so he had to go home, right, to his parents. And so here's the thing, their house only had 2 bedrooms. So it was his parents' bedroom, and then it was Larry's bedroom. I don't know if you guys remember who Larry is, but Larry is his older brother that is better at him at everything.
the better version.
The better version. Usually it's the first kids that are fucked up, and then the rest of the other kids are like, it's okay. But the first one is like the fucked up pancake. And then the rest are like, oh, I learned from the first one.
Yeah.
So, but it's the opposite. Larry's perfect. And then Jerry's the fucked up pancake along the way. R.I.P. bro. And so basically, since there's no room for him to stay, he was allowed to sleep in Larry's bedroom because Larry was in college. And when his brother Yeah, and when Larry returned home, he'd be like, "Nah, nah, nah. You're sleeping in the shed. Fuck you. Get out of my room." He slept in the shed. I'm
They
so
threw
serious.
him in a shed.
I am so serious. He did.
Oh,
So basically, I
how
can't,
do
dude.
Oh, these people are messed up.
This is like back in like 59 and like the 1900s, bro. I don't think I should be surprised. You know what I mean? Because like most of the time, mental health back then, for example, like they didn't even like they didn't take it seriously. They still to this day they don't take it seriously, but like, oh man, god damn it. Anyways, so he found employment at a local radio station as a electrical engineer. So that's why I thought he was maybe an electrical technician instead of a communications technician. Like there's so many like people like are saying different things and I just can't. I don't know which one is which. So
Here's some sort of tech.
he was a techie nerd. I love my nerds, but not this one. He's just a freak. Freak nerd. Nerd freak.
Freakazoid.
We all point at the camera and say that. Freakazoid, 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 freakazoid. We're like putting a spell on you. Ooh. Anyways, so
Keep him on the camera.
I don't know how this happens, but when he was 22, he got married and moved to Portland, Oregon. Yes, that's what I'm saying. He got married in Portland, Oregon. So, dude, I don't even know how the hell he got a girl. Like, there's no actual freaking way that you got a girl like this.
Dude, did she not know? Did she not know?
I don't know. Because here's the thing about juvenile like cases in America specifically, at a certain age, I believe they're not there anymore. They don't have those cases anymore, or they're white,
Wow.
or like they just like if they look you up, they can't find it. But here's the thing: when he was put on trial, he was like 17. So at that time, they could have like put his case, like they could have connected his case to him, right? Because like most of the time when you're 17, 18, they're like, yeah, we're gonna keep your case. Especially since it was so bad, they should have kept it on file, but I don't know. He just pulled this girl. So her name is Raffine. Oh my god, I can't read.
Ooh, Ralphine?
Raffina?
I think this is Ralphine, no?
Raffine?
Ralph and then Ian.
I can't read, guys. I'm dyslexic. I swear to God.
You should know my first language.
Me neither.
We cannot be reading.
This is why I'm better at math and science, bro. Because I can't read on my goddamn life. Okay. So I'm gonna color Ralph then. Like Ralph. I just can't with the last part. E-N-E. Ralphine. Ralphine, is it? I hope to God that she doesn't like. Actually, how old was she? How old would she be? Oh shit, she might be like
Is she dead?
like 80s, 90s now.
Did she get killed?
No.
Oh, they just like.
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, I don't know, because here's the thing. Like later, you know, like when they found out about like the type of person he was and shit, they changed their name, so she probably doesn't even go by this name anymore.
Oh, yeah. I guess it wouldn't make.
And so he would often take. So when they were married or dating, I can't tell which part, he would often take pictures of her before engaging in intercourse. And like I guess she just matched his freak, but not like dark freak, but like
just matched his like
freakiness. And so he would demand her to she would used to do this. When doing household chores, she would be nude. He requested this and she did it, and to wear high heel shoes when doing this as well.
Nude?
Nude.
Household chores? Like your everyday thing?
Washing dishes, doing laundry.
Oh. So she just got like nude every time she had to like clean. Survivor.
She's a survivor. A plus for like.
I mean, maybe she just matches freak. Like maybe she was just a
Yeah,
fan, I guess.
and so when they had a toddler that started demanding, like, they want more.
They had a kid.
They had kids, not
Kids?
one.
Oh my god!
So they had a daughter. Her name is Teresa. I think that's how you say it. Teresa.
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 Well, I mean, I guess it'd be Teresa. I think. It's how you
Teresa.
pronounce it. Yeah, Teresa.
So basically, when they had Teresa, right? Since she's a toddler, right? So she started demanding, like, more physical attention and nurturing from her mom. Like, mommy, what's this mean? Mommy, why? Mommy, why? And then she's just like, God damn it. So she began to refuse to partake in these nude household high heel modeling and photography and sexual rituals because now we have a kid. We can't raise this kid in this like environment, and so it's caused.
Oh, bro,
I
it's
feel
for
like
the kid.
It's caused Jerry to gain weight.
Wait,
Because
what?
I guess he went mad depressed over it.
Wait, like wait, as in like
He gained weight, like he started like.
wow, like
Dad
wait,
bod,
I
dad
was gonna
bod.
say like so like really gained weight.
I don't know.
Oh, he just like gained weight. That's I mean I
Or
would
gain.
say like,
I guess like he did really gain weight because it started giving her an ick.
ooh,
And so I don't have a problem with that, but like, damn, she really got an ick.
I was gonna say
She got so much of an ick that they would engage in sexual intercourse less and less, and she would devote more of her time with her daughter and her friends. Respect.
Yeah.
Like, celebrate your life, but like, man, low key, I feel bad that like, okay, I get it. Like, Jerry's a freak. You don't want to do this to right kid, but like, damn, he took it hard. He kind of gave away. He was like, oh, my wife will get freaky. Exactly. And also like, but like, getting an ick from that is so funny because like,
maybe it was just really bad. Like maybe he just like. Cause like, see, I wouldn't mind if somebody gained weight.
Yeah,
maybe
me neither.
It's cause like they're doing it out of like an unhealthy habit.
Yeah.
Like that might be what it is.
Yeah,
So,
that's what cause like I get that too. Like I understand that. It's just like the way they actually worded this in like the source that you got an ick.
oh, like
yes,
an ink.
Yes, I was like, oh my god, that is evil. That's devious. Ooh, excuse me.
Horrendous, actually.
And so, they had a quotation marks normal family life, right? And so Jerry spent most of his time working at home in his garage workshop, devoted his time to several electronic projects and his crimes. Let's say it like that. And so, despite still exploring his fetishes and sneaking into people's homes, and
oh, he's still doing.
He still did that. He still stole women's underwear.
What? How does his wife or
They never find out.
they never?
Because here's the thing about his workshop. He was very strict about like, hey, do not go in the garage. I think it's alleged he had cameras around, like near the garage or around the area, so they wouldn't. So he knows for sure they wouldn't go in the garage. In a way, they knew like, hey, we're not supposed to go in the garage. It was. I don't understand how he did this in his own house.
I was gonna say like, dude,
he did some of these things not in the garage too, in their house, and it's so fucking sick.
Kid or kid?
It's kids, I believe. I think he has a younger son, but it wasn't much talked about. I just said like he had like 2 kids. I think I could be wrong.
Right,
like
your kid or kids, like literally 2 doors down.
They're in the same house. Yeah. Some of these he committed some of these crimes when they were in the house.
How do you go to sleep at night? I don't
know. I genuinely don't know how he does, because it really, like, reading these cases, like, I felt like my fear of men, like, grew worse, but, like, at the same time, it's just like, oh god, like, I've never, like, now I feel like I already grip onto my pepper spray when I walk around at night, because I tend to go on nightly walks, like, just, like, to, like, go outside, touch grass type shit, and so I usually grip onto my pepper spray, but now I'm starting to grip on it a little harder and grip onto my pocket knife just in case. Go, back off, ho! Like, you know that one emoji of the fencing emoji?
Oh,
That's me,
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
On guard, back up. Type shit. Like, because there are some actually crimes on campus.
I saw
The mesquite post, like, some, like, crimes going on campus. I was like, stalking already, dude. What the fuck? Mm-mm. Especially that one couple we see. We're not gonna talk about it too much, because you never know if they see this, but, like, dude, low key, I'm scared for her. She knows we don't know what's going on, but, like, looks low key criminal. Anyways, moving on. Yeah. So around 1960, when he was 21, he was observing a young woman wearing revealing clothing, and followed her to her apartment. So he would strangle her into a semi unconscious state before fleeing with her shoes. She was allegedly not raped, but people say she was raped. And he I don't know what the fuck is wrong with you and your goddamn shoes. Why can't you buy your own? Why you gotta snatch her shoes after doing that to her? So, like, he kind of chickened out. It's assumed that he chickened out from raping her. But, like, some people are like, no, he did not chicken out. So I don't know. Like this, like, keep in mind this case is really old, so it's difficult to, like, trace back exact evidence, because it's a whole lot. And so he then later on saw another attractive young woman wearing high heel shoes, and so he would try to overpower her and strangle this woman, but she fought back, and Jerry just fled the scene again with only her shoes, and he would keep the footwear in his shed and sleep with them like a fucking freak. So this was before he got married, because he was 21.
Okay, so at this time he's
Yeah.
sleeping in the shed.
Yeah. So then like later on he gets married. So I'm just talking about his crimes now, right? So it was believed he attacked a woman in May 1967. This was while his wife was giving birth to their second child. So they do have two kids, but giving birth. So she was targeted because he liked her shoes and followed her home. He went into her house when she went to sleep and strangled her to the point of unconsciousness and raped her. He said he didn't intend to rape her, but at the sight of a young, attractive woman lying limp at his mercy, he couldn't help himself. You can't just say that. You can't just say, I can't help myself. It's giving Jeffrey Dahmer.
Still don't know. But
yeah. So fun fact, Jeffrey Dahmer really had a fascination with being having sex with someone unconscious, or being unconscious when having sex. I think that's, dude, I just think you're obsessed with rape. That's just instant rape, because you're not conscious. You're not saying, you're not giving consent to this. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, you're not saying no and shit like that. Whatever. I can't. So he R-worded her, right, and took her heels with him and left. This dude. And so how he strangled her. So this is how she didn't report this, is because she was opening her door into her house. So he was stalking her. He was following her home. And so she opened the door. Oh my god, I can't speak. open the door. So she was opening the door. Jerry comes behind her, chokes her, and she's like, "Oh shit, what the fuck?"
Right?
And she's unconscious. He pulls her into her house and did all that shit. Okay, this one, all these crimes that he did against these women really make me sad. But January 26th, 1967, Linda Slauson was a young oh my god, I can't read. Oh my god, encyclopedia. There we go. Yep. Sorry guys, I was like, it was getting sad and then I just can't read. So she was a young encyclopedia salesman who paid a visit to Jerry's house. Yeah, back then, like, it was like normal to like go door to door as a salesman to sell like whack ass shit to you. Yeah. It was like it was before the evolution of like ads where it's like what is that one ad of like snackables, that cup, oh shit, you don't watch TV, that cup with the little container on the top for snacks. Like, I've seen those ads all the time. Or like that one like trampoline shoe, like it was like before those shit existed, I believe. So like it was normal to go door to door, be like, hey, would you like to buy this mineral water, would you like to buy this hair dryer? It was normal back then, right? So she was actually not supposed to go to Jerry's house. She was supposed to go to a neighbor's house, but she got it mixed up. And so she was supposed to advertise that, oh my god, you should buy this encyclopedia. You never know, blah blah blah. And he was like, and so she was telling him like about like all this stuff. And he's like, wait, pause. And do you want some water? I'm kind of thirsty. I need some water. How about you come inside and have a seat and let's talk about this? And she's like, sure. I need. This was her job. She was living paycheck to paycheck, right? And so he lured her into the basement of his house, and she would sit on a stool and advertise about the encyclopedia. And he just didn't care because at that moment he knew what he wanted to do. From the moment he saw her, he would hit her on the head with a wooden board and strangle her to death before concealing her body underneath the staircase of the basement. This is what I mean when he did these crimes not only in his workshop or garage, he did it in the house. So, after her death, he would keep the body for a long time, dressing them in different lingerie and footwear, where he would arrange her body in suggestive and provocative positions before photographing her, and he would masturbate to
Like the decaying body.
I don't know if it was decaying at that time. It was probably going through rigor mortis.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because like after it says after death, so I'm assuming like rigor mortis is kicking in. Well, actually, rigor mortis doesn't really kick in that fast unless it's in like a certain type of environment. I don't know if you took forensics. Did you? Yeah. So like when, because at first the body is like limp, and then it starts stiffening up. I think.
There's like certain time frames for this.
Yeah. Like I think a few hours.
I was gonna say I know a few hours. I think.
Few hours. There are some instances where like it could take like like more than a few hours for this to happen. So he probably kept it in pristine condition, maybe, because he did do that to other bodies later on. We're going to talk about. So he would masturbate to them and stare or even caress her feet and ankles by dressing the body in different, footwear as well. What the hell? The feet part is. So he would subject her to acts of necrophilia and would mutilate her body after death. So he would remove her left foot with the hacksaw and store it in the family freezer. The family freezer, which was in the basement. So, okay, I don't know if your house has like a fridge and then a big ass freezer. My house has a fridge, and we have like 2 freezers in the back in our garage, because like my mom like likes to like store up a lot of like food for when she gets too tired to cook, or sometimes, you know what I mean. But like, yeah, so it's normal to have like a freezer in my house, other than like the fridge, right? So it was in that family freezer. Check your freezers, I guess. Check your freezers.
Like,
You gotta clean those out too, like often, to like remove the extra ice, because that actually like boosts up your electric bill like crazy.
I
Because
don't have an extra freezer. I would.
well, in your fridge as well, like the
Oh.
freezer in your fridge, like you have to
Okay,
get
yeah,
that
so
extra ice out too, because like that like I forgot what it does,
clean
but
your fridges if you're not cleaning.
yeah, like
Generally clean your fridge.
yeah. So, anyways, he he would put high heels on the shoes. That was his like model for his shoes. It's like, you know how like that's like his mannequin in his way,
Yeah.
but it's just so fucking sick. So he also kept the encyclopedias that Linda was supposed to sell, for keepsakes, and he would dispose of her body in Willamente, Willamente,
Willamette. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it says
Willamette, Willamette
Willamette.
River, right? Sorry, guys, I can't read it. Low key. So trying to like remember, like, so she tied the remaining of her body to a heavy cylinder, um, discarded her, and I quote, over a rail somewhere.
Wow.
He didn't care. And so he would keep her shoes and underwear in the garage. And like I said, the family was forbidden from entering without letting him know. So if only one kid or one person disobeyed, they could have found his sick trophies. Like he kept her feet and that's her foot and that encyclopedia as a sick trophy. November 26, 1968, Jane Whitey was driving home from Thanksgiving, and that's when her car broke down. And so back then it was very common to like hitchhike. For this for context, because it's very common to hitchhike or hitch a ride in at this time period. So she Jerry saw her and was like, "Hey, do you need help fixing your car? But I need to go home first to collect the necessary tools. I can fix your car." So Jane was driving with her travel companions, hitchhikers she previously picked up. So it was very common to have hitchhikers with you, or like to hitchhike in general. So she agreed upon the promise the two hitchhikers would first be driven to their intended destination, because like they're like she didn't want to like worry them about her problems. So after driving the hitchhikers to their intended destinations, Jerry drove Jane to his house and parked on the driveway. He left to retrieve the tools to repair Whitey's car, but instead he entered the rear of the car as Whitey remained seated in the passenger seat. And he was like, "Hey, could you like tell me how to tie a shoe without opening your eyes or moving your hands?" She's like, "Sure, this is like some funny game." She agreed to the challenge, and as she was trying to explain it, he grabbed a leather luggage strap from behind and strangled her. So she was just sitting there, closed eyes, hands up, and she was trying to explain it. He just went and strangled her till she was unconscious. And so then he raped her inside the vehicle. And he carried her body into the garage workshop. I don't know how the fuck, nobody's like said anything about this because carrying like a woman you don't know or like the neighbors could have been like, hey, we don't know this girl, what the hell, why is he like carrying her in the garage, why is she limp, you know what I mean? Sorry, I low-key like I just ate and I literally woke up like and 2 hours ago, bro. I'm tweaking. So um he dressed her body in different footwear and lingerie before repeatedly engaging in acts of necrophilia with her corpse. And he would hang her body on a pulley in the workshop ceiling for 2 days.
What's a bully?
Pulley, so like
Like pulley.
yeah,
Okay.
like so it's I don't know. I'm like when I imagine this, I could be imagining it wrong. I imagine like similar to those meat hooks in like those like butcher shops, but like not like an actual hook, but like
Yeah.
like it's still like hook shape. It's just like thicker. I mean, like for cars, like when you're pulling up a car, that's what I think. I could be wrong, you know. So he just left her for 2 days there, and he would violate her body whenever he, and I quote, felt the need. So later on, he would sever one of her breasts with the view of turning it into a paperweight.
What's with really?
So, okay, let's say you're outside. This is just for example, because like I don't paperweights can be used in a different way. It's like it's meant to be like a really heavy weight to hold down papers.
Yeah.
So like if like you're outside or something, you put that down so it wouldn't fly away.
Okay.
For example, but like I don't know why you would use it indoors. Like I don't know, but it could be for decoration as well. So he wanted to turn one of her breasts into a paperweight, so he cut off her breasts, used epoxy hardener, and it just didn't really set that well. So he just stuffed the breast with sawdust and pinned it to a wooden board. I'm telling you, if his family went inside the garage, they could have saw this. They could have saw her hanging body. I don't know how he didn't get like they didn't get the smell or anything. And so he could have been stopped right here, actually. It's just the police didn't do a great job. So 2 days after her murder, a car crashed into his garage, knocking a hole in the wall. And so the police looked at the damage of his garage due to the dust, debris, and since it was like this was like at night or dark, the f- and the fact the hole was ground level because she was hanging, they failed to see her mutilated and suspended body. I don't know how you couldn't like see that. I just don't know. I don't know how
Dude.
you couldn't
As the
see her
police, like,
body.
I was gonna say you could
They could have opened it. I'm pretty sure they should have gone in the garage to be able
still really see the damage.
that's what I'm saying. It is really upsetting how like so for future reference, in any cases I plan to talk about that I choose to talk about, like if you guys put that on the recommendation, like I will for sure talk about it. But like there are cases I do want to talk about personally. The police, if the police just not they're doing their job, I get it. If they just done it more properly, if they just had that what if in their head, like, hey, let's do this just in case. You never know. Like, even if they didn't know, like, obviously they didn't know at this point, like, he was doing these things. But like, hey, let's check inside. Like, we want a better look at this for like when you go to court. If only they just searched a bit better. So in the evening, her body was later tied to a piece of railroad iron and thrown into the same river, um, along um, with Linda's foot, her silver foot that was used for modeling, and same thing he did to Linda's body. He kept the part of Jane's breast and stumped the body over the railing. just over the railing somewhere. So fucking sick, bro. I can't. So, next girl. She's 18. This one makes me sad too. So, Karen Sprinker was a no sprinkler. No, Sprinker. Yeah, Sprinker, right? Okay. Was 18 at Oregon State University. She was a chemistry student and she was abducted at gunpoint from the parking lot outside of a department store where she was going to meet her mom for lunch. So this is the thing. Here's the thing. So off topic, real quick. Jerry later on, I don't know, throughout his like childhood or something, if he would dress up in women's clothing. That's why like some people are like, oh, is he trans? Oh, is he, But like at the same time, it's like just because he wears women's clothing, it doesn't make him trans. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why a lot of people in the modern age and day, not just because of this case, multiple cases in general, they're like, oh my gosh, gay people. Gay people are just like fucking demons. Like they're the only ones committing these cases. Oh my god, fucking just queers in general. And it's like, no, bro, no, because Jerry is not trans, or he never tried to be in a way. I guess he was just fascinated by it in a way. So Jerry was dressed in women's clothing at the time of this abduction. He drove into the parking lot after observing a young woman wearing high heel shoes and a miniskirt at this location. I forgot. If I hear one person say, "Oh, but she's wearing a miniskirt," I'm jumping you. That's not okay to do this because someone is wearing something. Someone is confident in what they wear. Ladies, wear your miniskirts, wear your heels, wear what the hell you want. But at the end of the day, I don't want to hear a goddamn person say, "Oh my god, she got R-rated. What was she wearing?" You're freaking disgusting. I hope you know that. Like, stop watching right now if you say that, bruh, because that is actually disgusting. But yeah, just because she was wearing a miniskirt and high heels, rock that shit, queen. She rocked that shit. I swear to God, I don't know what she looks like. I do know what she looks like, but I don't have like images of her like, her fit. But she rocked that shit. I know she did. But sadly, somebody can't keep it in his fucking pants, decided to kidnap her or abduct her at gunpoint. So how this happened was he parked his car and attempted to chase actually a different girl, but lost sight of her. So on the way back to his car, he saw Karen exiting her car. She was held at gunpoint, and he forced her to enter his car, and accommodate him home, saying, I won't hurt you. I'm not gonna hurt you." At gunpoint, "I won't hurt you. I won't hurt you. You're okay. Just come home with me." "You're gonna hurt me. What the fuck are you talking about, bitch?" So she repeatedly pled to him, "Please don't hurt me. Just please. I have a good future ahead of me. Please. I'm at college. I'm good. I'm a chem student. I want to experience. I want to help people." And he just didn't care. And so she was taken to his workshop, and she said, "I'll do anything you want. Just don't kill me, please, bro." And in response, Jerry asked if she was a virgin, and she if she was experiencing her period. She said she was experiencing her period, and I think it said she wasn't a virgin, but some say she was a virgin. But either way, so Karen was forced to pose in different high heels and underwear that Jerry picked out for her and took pictures of her. Then he tied her hands behind her back before placing a rope around her neck and asked her if it was too tight, and she said it was. He threw the rope over the ceiling beam and pulled, causing Sprinkler or Karen to be lifted up off the ground, where she kicked, and I quote, "She kicked a little and died." And over the next few hours, he would engage in necrophilia to her body, and he would also sever her breasts so he could form plastic molds with her breasts. Dude, what the fuck? He's actually fucking sick, bro. So fucking don't cry, bro.
Dude,
You're
bro.
I already see the
I feel it, dude. I feel it. Like
it's like the guilt, the dread. It's
yes.
like yeah, it's like taking it really like sucks talking about some of these cases because it's like these girls. I'm not saying if you don't have like a bright future ahead of you, it's not sad. It's just like most of these girls had a future, and everyone does have a future ahead of them. It's just like the fact that he has no care in the world about like that she was begging. I have a life. I have a career ahead of me. I'm gonna be done. I just got to college. I'm out this I just became an adult type shit. And he just didn't care. He just wanted to fulfill his own selfish desires, which is fucking sick. So in the evening, he would tie her body to a 6-cylinder engine component and she would just be thrown off the railing off somewhere in the river. So on April 1969, Jerry tried to abduct 2 young women. They were both able to escape and report their ordeal to the authorities. So thank God. Thank God to these women, you know. So we have Sharon Woods. She was a 24-year-old woman. She first encountered Jerry in the basement stairwell of the parking garage in Portland on April 21st, 1969. 69, funny number. Sorry. So Wood later recalled feeling a tapping motion on her shoulder, only to turn and see Jerry pointing a pistol at her and being like, "Don't scream, don't yell, or it's gonna go." You know. So he tried to detain her with a arm lock, but here's the thing about Sharon: she's a fighter. She's gonna swing. So Sharon fought Jerry by biting and kicking him and twisting his wrist as she attempted to pivot the pistol muzzle away from her and towards Jerry while simultaneously biting deep into Jerry's hand. And this caused him to smack her head onto the concrete floor before fleeing the scene. She's a fighter. Like, bless up, Queen. 8. Like, thank God she survived.
Yeah.
And this one I laughed about because it is low key embarrassing for Jerry. Come on, Jerry's like, I think 30 at this point. I could be wrong. I'm not doing my math right now. I'm not going to do math. 30, 20, right? Um, so the following day, Gloria Jean Smith, a 15-year-old school student, 15-year-old, she was forced at gunpoint to accommodate Jerry to his car, saying, and I quote, "I want you to come with me. I won't hurt you. I won't rape you." Shit, I keep hitting this mic. It is so bad. Girl, bye.
Hello.
The lies you speak is crazy. And so he grabbed the back of Jean's coat and forced her to accommodate him. But since she's wearing a coat, she just took it off and ran. Right? And so, how she took off and ran with the coat, like with him holding her coat. So she saw a woman working at her front lawn, and at her front lawn. Oh my God, I can't speak. She shouldn't soon. Oh my goodness, bro, I give up. She yelled towards the woman like, "Hey!" And he's like, "Huh!" And she takes off the coat and run. She's like, "I hate nah, bye, bitch." Jerry, you got beat by a 15-year-old. That's actually fucking insane. Bust up to that 15-year-old, but like, damn, she's smart. She saw a woman, she said, "Hey, hey,
Bro.
it was good." And he's like, "Huh?" Takes out the coat. So Now we're gonna talk about Linda Salee. She was 22 in a removal firm secretary position and a part timer at a Portland State University student. Oh, a part timer. Oh, okay. So he abducted her on the ground of Lloyd Center shopping mall late in the afternoon on April 23rd, 1969. And Sally was returning to her car after buying birthday gifts when she was approached by Jerry. And Jerry was like, "Hey, I'm a police officer." He pulled this fucking card again and showed
Oh
a
my
fake
God, not
badge
this one again.
and informed her that she was being arrested for shoplifting. It's like, "Hey, I'm innocent. I didn't shoplift. Like, these are gifts from my friends. I bought them myself." And Jerry's like, "Okay, well, come inside my vehicle and we'll talk about this." And when she was in the vehicle, he was like, "Now you're getting kidnapped for ransom." Okay. So, um, he drove her home and to his home, and she was ordered to follow him across the yard to his house. This is actually fucking sick. Jerry's wife appeared at the porch, telling him, "Dinner's ready. Everyone's at the table. Where are you?" And Jerry told her, Sally, to stand still. And he's like, "I'll be in the house in a few moments." And took her to his garage. She was bound by a cord and left there as Jerry entered the house to eat with his family. So he returned to the garage, discovering Sally had freed herself from the binds but made no effort to escape. She attempted to resist his efforts to placing a leather strap around her neck and pulled her off her feet. And she has questions like, "Why are you doing this to me? What have I done? Why me?" And she began scratching and kicking Jerry as he lifted her off the ground with the leather strap, and she went unconscious. And he proceeded to strangle her to death as he raped her. So her body was then hung by the neck on the pulley, right? And he placed a hypodermic needle in her ribcage between each armpit. Oh yeah, I get the tingle too. No, me too. When I think about it, like, oh, and he ran a electrical current to animate her body. I know, bro. So he was disappointed at the failed experiment because he wanted her to like jolt or like you know those cartoons like, "Gah!" But she didn't, and so it's like he was disappointed, and I quote, "At the failed experiment of producing a dancing or seizure-like symptom, it only just stung her flesh at the point of entry." Um, and he obviously committed necrophilia to her body before binding her body to a vehicle gearbox and discarding her in the same river. And so he created a mold of her breast, but didn't mutilate that part of the body because he believed this is so fucking stupid. He believed her nipple areola was too pink. Freak! You're disgusting! Anyways, thank God she was the last victim. I'm not saying like that's a good thing she was a victim. I'm just saying thank God there were no other women that were, you know, went their bodies specifically went through this. But so a few weeks after Celine's body was disposed in the river, um her body was later discovered at Long Tom River by two fishermen. Her corpse has been weighed down by a car part. But here's the thing about like corpses. So when you are decomposing, right, the stages of decomposing, you tend to release a lot of gas. Your body releases a lot of gas, which would cause you to float, or like sometimes in this is why coffins are made super thick, is so like you don't they don't they're not supposed to like explode because of like how much gas is being released and sounds. Your body makes sounds after it dies, because like if the gas, like I'm saying. So she probably, her body could have been, if it wasn't tied properly, it could have, I don't like saying this, but like her body could have like ripped up and then just floated up because of how much gas it was. So um the police were working on the case and they noticed a unusual knot of the the wiring that was used to tie her down to the part. They're like, what the like, I guess it wasn't normal to tie like that. Maybe because like since he was a technician, there's a certain way you have to tie some things. So they continued to search the river and they found Karen's remains a few days later. She was also tied to the car part using an unusual knot. And so they're like, okay, so there's a pattern. There's something going on. And so, because I believe Karen was the girl that, yeah, she was the State Oregon student, right? So they were like, okay, let's talk to State Oregon students. And so they interview students about the murder. And some female students reported receiving phone calls from a strange man claiming to be a Vietnam War veteran looking for a date. And they said he would use various aliases, and almost all the girls refused or simply hung up the phone. But one of them has recently taken, like, they felt pity for him and allowed the man to take her on a date. And they said this date was super, like, uncomfortable. And during the encounter, he made a lot of references to the dead woman found in the river. Like when Jerry was driving her home at the end of the day, he would ask her why she changed her mind and simply agreed to accommodate him. But she replied, "Oh, I'm just curious, you know." And he's like, "How do you know I won't take you to the river and strangle you?" It's like, oh, weird statement. And so they decided to investigate him further as a possible suspect, right? And so a few days later, the man who turned out to be Jerry um, would call her again to set up a meetup at her dorm. And so she set up a meetup at her dorm. And so she was working with the police. And so instead of finding, his date, he found the police waiting for him when he entered and was interviewed. And they decided, let's really look into this dude. And so after the woman he previously abducted identified him, the woman that got away, the police were able to get a search warrant for his house, and this is what they found in his house, in which they searched at 1969 May 26. His hidden collection of women lingerie and footwear, a list of phone numbers of sorority houses and college girls' living quarters, numerous Polaroid pictures of young women, a coil of wire which was determined wiring to be used. It was the same material as used to bind like all the body stuff. Numerous engine components were scattered and stowed around the garage, and the stuffed breast pinned to the wooden board. So he was arrested in 1969, May 29th, and during the interrogation, he admitted to all four murders as well as several assault and attempted abductions, and he provided a full confession to all four murders. He denied harboring any hatred for women, but admitted the act of killing enabled him to, and I quote, let off steam. Fucking nasty. And so psychiatrists concluded he was unable to achieve satisfaction from normal intercourse, and that overriding motive behind his crimes was lust. So that's why he was also known as the lust killer. So his first charge was the murder to Saline, Sprinkler, and Whitney. Okay, I can't read, but like whatever, right? And so Whitney. I've been saying her last name wrong this entire time. Guys, I cancel me at this point, bro. I can't read. I feel bad for these victims because I can't read. I feel bad. Anyways, he was never tried for Slaughton's murder because no body was found. So she actually was initially remained as a Jane Doe. If you know, do you know what a Jane Doe is? Yeah. So He received 3 consecutive life sentences with the possibility of parole. So I think they should take away that parole part. What the fuck? You have 3 life sentences. I think you should stay. So later, his wife divorced him in 1970. Bust up and changed their names with their 2 kids. While serving his time at State Oregon pen penitentiary.
Penitentiary?
Yeah, penitentiary. Whatever, right? So
Jail, prison, facility.
Yep.
Penitentiary.
Most of the podcast is just me just like freaking not being able to read, bruh.
It's a penitentiary. It's you know what it is, right? You know what it is?
Not really. I don't really know the difference.
It's basically like another like prison type facility.
Is it like made for like specially different like cases or like different people?
So I'm pretty sure I can't pronounce it. It's
Sanitarium?
It's just no. It's just like a specific facility. They don't like have to hold specific people there, but it's just one of those like jail prison.
So several times he tried to appeal his convictions. Wow. Efforts obviously failed. Bless up. And so later on, he died from natural causes on March 28th, 2006, at Oregon State. The place, yep. And so
The facility.
Yeah, the facility. And at the time, he was the longest incarcerated inmate in the history of the Oregon Department of Corrections. I don't know why you're trying to correct him, because I truly believe locked up for life. I was about to say something, but like it would go on a tangent of like the death penalty, and like I get like what people mean. Like I believe in death sentence, but like for certain crimes, I believe they should rot in jail than be on death row, because I feel like they're just getting it off easy. But I mean, I see a lot of like why people wouldn't agree with that, or like why some people wouldn't like want that. So that is the case on Jerome Brudos. The sick ass fucking killer.
Yeah, that was something.
Yeah, that we went on it was a bit of a doozy. So thank you for listening. If you're still here, congratulations, you made it to the end. So thank you guys. Thank you for listening to Lingering Ghosts 2.5 episode. I'm Lucy, your host.
I'm Maria.
Thank you.